Nobody ever talks about the grief of mourning someone who's still alive. And nobody really prepares you for what it's like to watch your parents slowly disappear while they are still alive. That's what dementia feels like. It's a different kind of grief because there's no funeral and there's no clean ending. It's just pieces. Pieces of memory going missing, pieces of personality changing, pieces of the person who raised you fading in real time as you watch helplessly. And one day, you realize that the roles have reversed. The person who taught you how to tie your shoes now needs you to explain where the bathroom is. The person who protected you now needs you to make decisions for them. And that does something to you. Some days, you're patient, you remind yourself it's the disease, not them. You answer the same question 10 times with a soft voice. Other days, you're exhausted, you're irritated, you snap, and then you feel guilty for snapping. Nobody talks about the guilt. Nobody talks about how lonely it feels, how isolating it is to carry memories they can't access anymore. You'll say, "Remember when?" And they look at you blankly. And you're the only one holding the story. It hurts. It hurts in a way that's hard to explain. And here's the hardest part. You're grieving someone who's sitting right in front of you. But I'm learning something through it. They might forget names, they might forget dates, they might even forget parts of who you are. But they still feel energy, they still feel tone, and they still feel whether they're safe. So sometimes the goal isn't correcting them, it's not arguing about what's real, it's not forcing clarity, it's just being steady. Because at some point, it just stops about being a memory and it becomes about dignity, about love, and showing up even when it's painful. That is the kind of strength that nobody claps for, but it's real, it's raw, and it's there. I miss my mom. I miss our moments. And I realize I haven't had those moments in several years. I wish I was more educated about dementia. I'm trying to educate myself more and more every day and deal with that pain. And if you have a loved one that's suffering, I just want you to know that I hear you and I see you. And I do want to make one last remark. The majority of what I just said, the blunt of it has been on my sister, who has been her caretaker along with the caregiver. In the past 8 or 9 months, she suffered so much, even through her illness, to try to be there for my mom. And even though I could not always be with her each and every single day, I was able to come and go, and I'm grateful for those moments and support in whatever way I can. I'm so grateful that we have each other because there are moments that a dementia patient goes through that you can't really discuss with anyone, any outsider, because you're trying very hard to keep their dignity intact. But dealing with a parent with dementia is so complex in ways no one can ever prepare you for, even if you had a manual and you read it every single day of your life. And no two dementia patients are alike. Even if they have the same type of dementia, my mom has frontal temporal. No two patients react to the same medications. And you have to make very, very difficult decisions, almost on an hourly basis. It's tough, very, very difficult. God bless them, and God bless you, and God bless my sister for what she's going through.